The world watched in awe and apprehension as images emerged from China, a massive fireball, burning silently and leaving a trail of smoke. The sheer scale of the explosion was both mesmerizing and terrifying, capturing the attention of millions around the globe. This wasn't a scene from a science fiction movie, but a display of cutting-edge military technology, the successful test of a non-nuclear hydrogen bomb. The precision and power of this new weapon were unlike anything seen before. On April 20, 2025, China ushered in a new era of warfare, one with the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape and redefine the future of conflict. This demonstration was not just a show of strength, but a clear message to the world. The question on everyone's mind, is this a game changer? The implications of such a weapon are vast and far-reaching, sparking debates and discussions across various platforms. This event sent shockwaves through the international community, prompting urgent meetings and pronouncements from world leaders. The balance of power seemed to be shifting, and nations scrambled to respond. The very term hydrogen bomb evokes images of apocalyptic destruction, but this new weapon promises something different: immense destructive power without the lingering effects of nuclear radiation. It represents a new kind of threat, one that could change the rules of engagement. While this may seem like a positive at first glance, the reality is far more complex and potentially even more dangerous. The world now faces a new challenge, one that requires careful consideration and a measured response.
To understand the significance of this event, we need to delve into the science behind this seemingly paradoxical weapon. A hydrogen bomb without the nuclear fallout. Traditional hydrogen bombs, like those in the arsenals of major nuclear powers, derive their destructive force from nuclear fission and fusion reactions. These reactions release tremendous energy, but also generate deadly radioactive fallout that contaminates vast areas for generations. China's new weapon, however, operates on a different principle. Instead of relying on nuclear reactions, it harnesses the power of a chemical reaction, the rapid combustion of hydrogen. While this might sound simpler, the technology to achieve this is far from it. The challenge lies in safely storing and rapidly releasing a massive amount of hydrogen, then igniting it in a controlled manner to create an explosion of unprecedented heat and force.
China's successful test has shattered the conventional wisdom surrounding hydrogen weapons, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible in modern warfare. The test, conducted by the China State Shipbuilding Corporation's CSSC 705 Research Institute, involved a series of meticulously planned experiments showcasing the bomb's unprecedented capabilities. The most visually striking aspect was undoubtedly the massive fireball, reaching temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt steel and persisting for over 2 seconds, creating a spectacle of raw power. This duration, 15 times longer than a conventional TNT explosion of comparable size, demonstrates the weapon's ability to inflict sustained thermal damage, making it a formidable tool in any military arsenal. The test sent ripples of concern through the international community, raising questions about China's intentions and the potential consequences of this technology falling into the wrong hands, potentially altering the balance of power. While Chinese officials maintain that the weapon is intended for defensive purposes, its sheer power and the secrecy surrounding its development have fueled anxieties among China's neighbors and global superpowers alike, leading to a heated debate on global security.
The key to China's breakthrough lies in its innovative approach to hydrogen storage and release. Traditional methods, such as pressurized tanks, proved inadequate for storing the massive quantities of hydrogen needed for a large-scale explosion. Chinese engineers turned to a novel solution, magnesium hydride. This compound, when heated, rapidly decomposes, releasing hydrogen gas in a controlled manner. This breakthrough allows for the creation of a compact and powerful weapon system. The magnesium hydride can be stored safely and efficiently, then rapidly heated upon detonation, releasing the hydrogen fuel for the explosion. This technology not only solves the storage problem, but also enables precise control over the blast intensity, allowing for a range of effects from localized destruction to widespread thermal damage.
Section 5. Unprecedented heat, controlled destruction, assessing the bomb's capabilities. The non-nuclear hydrogen bomb offers a unique combination of destructive power and control. Unlike traditional explosives, which rely primarily on blast waves, this weapon focuses on intense heat. The sustained fireball generated by the bomb can melt metal, incinerate structures, and create a devastating firestorm over a wide area. This thermal effect makes it particularly effective against hardened targets, such as bunkers and fortifications, which can withstand conventional explosives. Furthermore, the bomb's blast radius can be precisely controlled, allowing for selective targeting with minimal collateral damage. This level of precision opens up disturbing possibilities in warfare, enabling military planners to neutralize specific targets while minimizing civilian casualties, at least in theory. However, the ethical implications of such surgical warfare remain a subject of intense debate.
Section 6. A new battlefield threat. Implications for military strategy. The emergence of the non-nuclear hydrogen bomb has profound implications for military strategy and force structure. Its unique capabilities challenge existing doctrines and defensive measures, potentially rendering traditional fortifications obsolete. Armies around the world will need to adapt their tactics and equipment to counter this new threat, leading to a potential arms race in thermal weapons and countermeasures. The bomb's precision strike capabilities also raise concerns about its potential use in targeted assassinations or surgical strikes against critical infrastructure. Its ability to inflict significant damage without causing widespread radioactive fallout makes it an attractive option for states seeking to achieve military objectives without crossing the nuclear threshold. This, in turn, could lower the barrier to conflict, increasing the risk of miscalculation and escalation.
Section 7. China's power play shifting the balance in the Asia-Pacific. China's successful test of the non-nuclear hydrogen bomb has sent shockwaves through the Asia-Pacific region, where territorial disputes and geopolitical rivalries run high. The timing of the test, amidst heightened tensions in the South China Sea and over Taiwan, is particularly concerning for regional powers and the United States. Many experts view this development as a clear signal of China's growing military might and its determination to assert its dominance in the region. The bomb's capabilities directly challenge the United States' long-standing military superiority in the Pacific, potentially emboldening China to take a more assertive stance on issues like Taiwan and the South China Sea. This, in turn, could lead to a dangerous escalation of tensions and increase the risk of conflict between the two superpowers.
Section 8. The world reacts. A chorus of concern and condemnation. The international community has reacted with a mixture of concern and condemnation to China's test. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the implications of the test and potential responses. While no formal resolution has been reached, most member states expressed deep concern over the test's destabilizing potential. Western powers, led by the United States, have condemned the test as irresponsible and provocative, calling on China to exercise restraint and engage in dialogue to prevent an arms race. However, China has defended its actions, asserting its right to self-defense and accusing the West of hypocrisy, given their own vast nuclear arsenals. This war of words underscores the deep mistrust and lack of communication between major powers, further complicating efforts to address this emerging threat.
Section 9. The future of warfare, a dangerous crossroads. As we stand on the brink of unprecedented technological advancements, the choices we make now will shape the destiny of nations and the very fabric of global peace. The successful test of a non-nuclear hydrogen bomb marks a dangerous turning point in the evolution of warfare. This new weapon, while lacking the radioactive fallout of its predecessors, brings with it a new era of potential destruction. While the world has breathed a sigh of relief that it wasn't a nuclear detonation, the long-term implications of this technology could be equally profound. The balance of power is shifting, and global leaders must navigate these treacherous waters with caution and foresight. The absence of radioactive fallout might make this weapon seem less terrifying than its nuclear counterparts, but its destructive power and potential for escalation cannot be ignored. Cities could be leveled and lives lost without the lingering radiation, making it a deceptively cleaner yet equally deadly threat. The international community faces a stark choice: either find a way to regulate and control this new technology through dialogue and cooperation, or brace for a future where the specter of devastating, albeit cleaner, warfare looms large. Diplomatic efforts must be redoubled to prevent an arms race that could spiral out of control. The path chosen will determine not only the future of warfare, but also the fate of global security and stability for generations to come. The decisions made today will echo through history, influencing the lives of countless individuals and the geopolitical landscape. The stakes have never been higher. As we stand at this dangerous crossroads, the world watches and waits, hoping for a path that leads to peace and stability.